Quincy's Tavern, and like they're basically like their own like imaginary like D&D tavern, and like I legit put him in like, in one of my campaigns because like his tavern's like all these cool magical foods that look delicious and stuff like that, like midnight cookies that give you X advantage on stealthing and stuff like that,
Oh,
and
that's
like
kind of
night
cool.
dark visions, like some of them
Like magical
like
baked goods.
yeah, like one recent one is like his version of lemon bars, and they give you back health and make you help you and gives you the ability to do dancing lights one time for in the next like hour or something like that.
Sounds dope. I really like the idea.
Yeah, so I just dead put him like in my capital city, and like the my players love him because I just make him and just like the granddad, the uncle that just gives you delicious food.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I found a translation for lievito in English. We just use yeast. It's not
Oh
baking
yeah,
soda. It's different.
yeast. Okay, like
Yeah.
powdered
Right,
yeast.
yeast is an organism.
Yeah, like you use it to make bread too. Like it's pretty. It's like
never
basically the old school way
We
of
use
I
doing
never
we
things.
get
use
I
dry
can't get
yeast.
over though that yeast is technically alive.
Yeah. I tried making my own at some point. I called it Belphegor, the grain eater, and I would feed it every day. It was pretty great.
The
It didn't
green
work
eater.
very well though. Yeah. Because
Just like
you have to you have to feed it flour every day to make sure that like it stays healthy.
just like just like a giant there's like a gelatinous like glob of like bread dough just called the grain eater.
Yeah. It was a great name. I was very proud of it.
Just like hit 15 fireballs at him and we got giant bread.
Shit, now I'm gonna make a D&D boss for it.
A D&D boss with gelatinous blob of dough called the grain eater. And he has like weakness to fire damage.
Yeah, oh my god. We need to like I need to like write a one shot that's completely like food based. Like I don't know, like it's a fucking parody one shot and you need to like there's like bakers, candies.
I would definitely like be a DM or play with that because like I'm a sucker for like I'm an inner chef.
Yes. It's like I don't know, a quest for some chefs to obtain the ultimate recipe or something.
Like I would describe the most delicious sounding stew, and it's just like, haha, now you're paralyzed.
Oh my god. Nice. I love that. Anyway, welcome Dan.
Hello?
You should probably get to Whoa! Hey! What's up, man?
Hi?
Hi. How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good. Just
Will
happy
we
you
be
joined
hearing
us.
Zilla talk, or will you just be saying like what they're doing?
I don't
No, Zilla's not gonna talk.
Yeah, I think like Zilla is still mute, but at least you can tell me what you're doing when you're doing it now, instead of
Yeah.
typing it. Yeah. Alright, this is awesome.
You
alright,
have to introduce yourself then, because Phelan's recording, because technically they never heard you.
It's okay. It's okay.
Did you say wait?
So this is the voice behind Zilla.
The man behind the mystery.
The myth, the legend. So like, how are we gonna do this? Since we're tired, we hurt, we need a long rest, but we're forced into this like welcome committee to celebrate us kicking the shit out of the Red Brands.
I mean, it's probably gonna be. I mean, you'll find out, but I'm sure you're gonna have some time to rest.
Because I'm already suspicious.
Sure. I mean, you guys just liberated their town. It's not like that suspicious. You like literally they had this one big enemy and you guys defeated it.
The man was a whole puss. Like, I don't trust him. The mayor.
Fair enough, fair enough.
He's got a spine weaker than Jello. He probably like some other tea. It is gonna be a power vacuum now.
You're not wrong about that. you're
So either
you're
we
you're
start.
catching on fast.
So either we fill in that void and become the ivory shadows, and we can be the new feared gang, or we gotta deal with the next gang that's coming up.
Well, let's see how it pans out.
Well, that's old western for you.
Yeah, you either become the new sheriff or you watch the old one get fucked or something. I don't know. Anyway, should we start? Should I
Okay.
start? All right.
Yeah.
So, last time, and sorry if I haven't written summaries or anything, but it's kind of like taxing to do it every week. But yeah, last time you guys defeated the Red Brands completely. Like, you completely eradicated them. Like, I don't think there's any of them that have been left alive. And, as you did so, you found, like, glass stuff, you found this weird research laboratory with some, eldritch kind of stuff going on in there. You got a bunch of cool magic items. And then you found Sister Gorel locked in the cages alongside with, fucking, what's his name? Guy that was killed. Guy that was murdered mercilessly.
I just realized we did the best thing for this town by the most murder hobo way possible.
Yep, you did. Yeah, you made sure nobody's.
Phandelver? The guy that was
Phandelver, thank you.
Phandelver, okay.
So the Phandelver's family, Myrna and her son and daughter, were trapped in there, as well as like Sister Garel, who had been missing for quite a while now. And she looked like she knew what she was doing breaking out of there. She wasn't like concerned in the slightest about handling herself.
She still
and and she was like, all right, cheerio, and left before you guys. Sorry, Dan. Yeah, so she left before you guys, and you guys eventually, after like taking a quick scope of the area where you found another cool cache of items, including a blade that Dan has that's like not overpowered at all. Which, by the way, happened to belong to an old hero that first lived in this mansion. And yeah, now you made your way out, and as you made your way out, you hear cheers and happiness coming from like the main street town. Let me see if I can put you back into the main map.
We're already there?
Oh, you already are. Cool. So somewhere around here, at the Lady Luck's church, there seems to be a gathering of people. And you see at the Town Master's Hall here, there's a balcony. And there's also, like, you would recognize Tobla and Stonehill as his family on this balcony here. And on this balcony here, there's the mayor. And he's, like, talking to people, cheering. And he's like, yes, my citizens. The evil is gone. Pretty much. Like, I'm not gonna go for in a full mayoral speech, but he's kind of like chatting with people. You can see them in the distance. You guys are kind of coming from over here, from this road. And yeah, like, you notice that Sister
Wait, where are we
Gorel
coming in?
from, let me see if I can you guys see my point?
Yep, I can see.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, like, so it's coming from over here. You guys are coming from over here, and you definitely see a gathering of people here in the center. You notice almost everyone in this town is here, which is like about 30 people, maybe. Like, it's not too much, but it's not too little either. You notice like a few new brand faces. A small halfling with a son. A woman that looks very noble-like and snooty. And then after that, pretty much the rest you more or less recognize, aside from a few miners and other workers, pretty much. Like basically random NPCs. And you notice that also the church, like what that was barred out, has like the door has been opened, and Sister Gurel is standing at the door, just with her arms crossed, looking ahead. She is wearing the coat that you gave her, so that she doesn't like I don't know, aroused any suspicion, pretty much, or like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you notice like the Harbin Wester seems to be giving a speech saying, with the aid of the mercenaries we've employed, rest assured, dear citizens, we've taken care of this threat.
Hold on. Did he just call us mercenaries?
I mean, you kind of are a little
We
bit.
haven't yet come up with our name when we met him before, I think.
Yeah, you don't have a party name yet that he's been given.
Okay, we finna change that. We like
Yeah.
Cause like Bigby's like 1 hour sleep, so he's completely off his rails. He's going up to like this where he's taking a speech.
All right. So you're just walking up there. Yeah, you do notice that the crowd parts with a big gasp as you move through, because the mayor is like, there it is, one of them right now, Mr. Bigby. Thank you so much for your help.
Bigby smacks like the mayor's feet with his staff lightly, just like making him jump. It's just like, we are not mercenaries. Get that right. I would never kill for more than just monetary gain.
He's like, ow! He just gets like, it's like massages its foot. Like, I'm not gonna even make you roll for that. He's not a very good, like, he's not very capable in combat. And he like, yes, of course. I'm sorry. I completely forgot the accents I've given all these people, so like, sorry if I'm changing them. But yeah, they're like, but the fact remains that these willing individuals have, under my supervision, of course, taken care of the threat.
Under your like Bigby like goes up to him, was like, I am sorry for calling you out with this, but I am way too tired to care right now. Which is like, he goes to the people. He goes to the people, just like, this man was a coward through and through. Yes, his family was under danger, and yes, we did help him, but we will not be put under these lies. This man was a coward.
I got finally some crowd cheering music. Like you hear. I'm gonna say, roll me general. I'm not sure if this is performance or persuasion. I think persuasion, just a general persuasion roll. I want to see how you do with the crowd.
Sorry.
Bigby's voice just gets lost in the cheers.
Yeah, like I'd say, like as you like walk around, like there's a few people, mostly the familiar faces, they're kind of listening to you. But the rest of the crowd is like the more like common folk are just like, Harbin, Harbin, like this. So, like you kind of get drowned out, and Harbin Wester says like, of course, Sir Bigby. I'm sorry for my shortcomings, but together we've I've turned my eyes towards this threat, and we've defeated it. So,
We
oh
or
yes,
or
of
us
course.
or us.
Well, it's under our supervision that you guys have been sent over there to um take care of this, and certainly you will be compensated. So, yes, I'd say it was a joint effort.
You did nothing but cower in fear for your lives and for your families while we did this mostly out of our volition. Nearly died multiple times, did die multiple times. For what? For some monetary gain that you think will solve everything. Bigby's just like going off at this point. He is tired.
Yeah.
He's still
Roll
in,
me intimidation.
he's still in shock over killing so many people.
Like, he killed so many people for this?
I mean, he's throwing you a party.
But we don't need a
Yeah,
party.
he's like, he's not super intimidated. He's like, yeah, yes, of course. I'm sorry if this came off crude. He's just talking to you, though. Like, he's not talking to the rest of the crowd. Simply thought that we could organize some festivities due to the fact that you've managed to vanquish this town of its main evil. Congratulations on your successes, of course.
Bigby just like, and just like walks away.
Alright, what are the rest of you two doing? By the way, is, like, as you walk away, Harbin says, and here are the 4 heroes! And he points to Bigby, and then points at the 3 of you, like, the 2 of you plus Zildar, which I assume you stayed in the back.
We just watched what
Yeah.
was happening.
So now you get pointed at too, and everyone's looking at you. They too have contributed to getting rid of them red brands. Everybody, a round of applause. Yeah, like everyone is just like cheering, like, ah! Oh, hail the outsiders!
Phelan is just getting red in the
Outsiders!
face because she's not used to so much attention.
I mean, you're already kind of a folk hero here.
I know, but
yeah,
I'm bad at socializing, so.
yeah. I'd say like there's like I think like at the balcony, you see Toblin Stonehill, is kind of holding his wife, and at the end he's like, "Well, I'll be darned! I can't believe this day would come. You know what, everybody? Everyone gets 1 round of drinks for free from yours truly. Come on in the inn, it's time to party." And like literally everyone like in the crowd like cheers as so they start swarming the inn, like going really quickly. You like I don't know if you like stay out of it or like if you like get dragged with the crowd. They at least it seems like their attention has completely shifted away from you as they go into the tavern.
Bigby's just angry, like in the corner somewhere, not following the crowd.
Mm-hmm. You didn't notice that when most of the crowd is parted, the noble-looking snooty lady is still kind of there with her arms crossed. She seems to think. Harbin Wester himself has gone into the inn, and Sister Gorell is still in a corner, like still like at the door to the church, and she seems to be staring down the noble lady. That's like, at the far opposite end. Like if Sister Garel is here, the other noble lady that you haven't met yet is like over here, just kind of like having a silent stare down.
Okay, so like, are we gonna be like one of us goes to another, or are we gonna like talk to them individually?
I don't know about
It's
you,
up to you.
Bigby, but I just want to lay down and sleep. We've got time now. There's no hurry. We've rescued the town. We can take a
The Bigby,
good long
the
rest, and
big,
then we can go talk to these two.
the Bigby senses tension like everywhere. Like he's just like rattled, and I guess his like senses, heightened senses for like danger and like fight or flight is still on. So he's just like, but what if they're planning something?
Okay, then we can take shifts.
Bigby like does or groans at the idea of shifts and just says like, Ugh, maybe you're right. And he just like starts walking towards the inn, like desperate for bed.
Right. I think as you're walking towards the inn, the noble snooty lady kind of approaches you guys, and she's like, excuse me, you must be terribly busy, but could I have a moment of your time?
Sure, why not?
Of course.
Excellent. She kind of she kind of gives you a hand, like to shake, kind of like puts it down so that it reaches your level. She doesn't like bend on her knees though to get there.
Bigby like takes off his hat in front of her, like fully showing all his scars, and like extends a hand.
He's just done with
Oh,
it.
It's very coarse but soft at the same time somehow.
oh, a man. I mean, a goblin with manners. I see. Most pleasing. It is interesting to meet you all. My name is Halia Thornton. I am, um, the person in charge of the Phandelver Miners Exchange Company. We kind of handle entries and work postings and work for the miners in this city. I must commend you on your recent victory.
Bigby like nods and says like, "We'll ever thank you for your appreciation, but forgive me for asking so boldly, but what is it that you want with us?"
Oh, I suppose you must be tired, right? No time for pleasantries. I understand. I simply wanted to get acquainted with such capable people. I have quite a few odd jobs I require to have done here and there, and if you indeed have services for hire, well, I simply thought it wouldn't hurt to get to meet with such competent individuals. I'll tell you what, you must be tired and you must want to celebrate with the others. If you ever need or wish, please come meet me at the Miners Exchange. I would love to talk more.
Bigby like tips Bigby like makes a flourish with his hat, bowing to her, and just says like, "Consider it a date. Come, guys."
It was nice meeting you, Phelan says over her shoulder as she follows Bigby.
How will you say under your shoulder? You're taller than him.
Over my shoulder.
I was about to say
Over?
you were like towering over him.
I say that to the lady
Nah. Okay.
as I follow you.
Alright. So you guys enter the inn, and everybody's like, like in the inn getting a drink. Toblin and his wife are busy, kind of giving stuff. Pip kind of appears behind you guys. His son is like, "Wow, you guys are so cool! You did it! Oh my god!"
Shh, please be quiet. We just want to rest.
Oh, yeah, I can take you to your rooms, and that way not a lot of people can see you leave. Is that good?
Yes, please. That would be great.
Alright, give me your hand and follow me!
And I give him my hand.
Yeah, he starts dragging you like a little kid that's excited. You know? And he takes you to your rooms. There's kind of a little bit of noise. Also, every now and then you hear, "Hey, where's the main heroes?" But nobody can see you. But yeah, you guys take a long rest.
Thank God.
So that means hit points and hit dice, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you guys like do anything to monitor yourselves while you're sleeping, or do you just go to sleep?
We just going to sleep.
Yeah, we're too tired.
Okay, cool. You slam into your beds,
Well, I locked my door.
and you're dead. You're not dead, but you
Dead
sleep it
asleep.
off.
So we roll like the hit dice and just see what we get.
No.
You don't have to roll anything when you take a long rest. You automatically get everything back. And you, with a long rest, you get half the hit dice you spent back as well.
Because I have one hit dice, so I guess I get 2.
You had 3 total, so you would get 2 back with the long rest. So you would have full hit dice back,
Nice.
and you would get all your HP back as well, and all your spells. That's how it works.
Utterly beautiful.
Yep. So you all pass out. Sildar Kana says, "Alright, folks, it's been a pleasure working with you. Let's meet again the next day to come up with an action plan. We still haven't found this Cragmaw location, and time's ticking. But aside from that, you'll find me at the Townmaster's Hall." And he leaves you to your
Sleep.
sleep.
Did we even hear him? If we even heard him, he just fell asleep.
Yeah, you just straight up like he's just like, alright, so meet me at the town, and you guys are like and he's just like, alright, never mind. He puts his like hat down, just like scratches his head and starts leaving. He's like, random dude, random dad.
Big B tries to Big B half asleep grabs his ankle like day.
You grab Sildar's ankle half asleep.
Yes, let me.
Before he's about to leave. Okay, shit. He's like, Mr. Bigby, are you trying to tell me to stay?
Big B makes a very slow nod.
Sildar seems a little bit embarrassed. He's, kind of looking around. Says,
Big B's in full goblin mode. He's just attached on Sildar's leg. This is cozy.
It's
this is
like,
nice.
are you you do have a strong grip, straight up, won't be able
Definitely.
to definitely grip shit.
Roll for strength.
Nah, he's not gonna try and fight you, but he's definitely gonna feel intimidated. Amazing. He tries to move a little bit his legs. He won't let go, and he's like exhaling. He's like, "All right, I suppose I could stay here and keep watching case some ruffian with a vendetta shows up." And he kind of crouches next to you, I guess, if you're in a bed.
It's like we all sleep peacefully.
He needs to take off his armor though. If you wouldn't mind letting me go, I can't exactly sleep with this kind of armor on. He's like blushing as he says that.
Big B like doesn't move for a second, then he just slowly slides off.
Alright, he kind of goes behind the little like separator. Because there's one in this room now. And starts removing stuff. And then crouches in a corner next to you, puts a bunch of like stuffed pillows where he's at. He's like, fine. I'll take the first shift.
We all sleep. You talking to no one.
He just sees you and he's like looking for the door, then remembers Bigby didn't want him to leave, so he like sighs and just like takes a look and like slowly falls asleep as well.
A longing look and then falls asleep.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I guess I'm like a dad to these people now or something. A little bit. Alright, so if nothing else happens, we get to the next day.
Okay.
You guys sleep it off. The next day, you wake up quite early in the morning because you went to sleep very early in the evening. And there's no more noises coming from the tavern. And Sildar is like, when you guys wake up, you do notice Sildar is kind of like in pants and a simple white shirt in a corner, with his rifle on his lap and the back against the wall, but like sleeping and like snoring a little bit because he stayed up later than you, just keeping watch.
Aww.
And yeah, it's like probably 6 a.m., something like that. It's quite morning. There's a few birds chirping outside, and it's like that kind of bluish like color when it's like morning, but like there's not enough light yet.
My favorite part of the day.
Good.
Can Phelan
So what do you do?
crawl out the window to go up to the roof and just meditate a bit? Because she loves
Sure, you
mornings.
certainly can do that.
Yeah, okay.
Currently, you climb up into the roof. I'm gonna need you to make me an acrobatics roll. It's not gonna be a very high DC, but just
Yeah.
to see if you don't like chop down. Thankfully it's high, like it's high enough. Like you probably needed like lower than a 5 to fail that one, but you have +5 to your acrobatics, so
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, you struggle a little bit, but you eventually get on top of the roof and you start meditating. As the sun rises, you do see a couple people out and about, but nobody of notice much. Mostly like farmers and miners getting to work. What's the rest of you doing?
I guess Bigby is like going down to see if there's like any food, so he can like make or at least bring breakfast to everybody upstairs.
So you take off downstairs and you notice that the bar has been thoroughly messed up. Like, not in like everything got broke way, but like, man, there's a lot of people that are like passed out on the counters and like a lot of trash on the floor, pretty much. And you notice that both Toblin and his wife aren't here, but rather Pip, their son, is like at the counter, and like his head barely reaches over the counter.
Cute.
You only notice that he's there because you took the stairs going down, so you have a higher view. And he's like polishing the counter. He's like cleaning up for his parents. He's like, "Oh hey, you're early. I think you're the first person to get to wake up after me."
Big B. Big B nods and like ruffles his hair. Like, any idea where any kind of breakfast things are, Pip?
Uh, I mean, Mom and Dad didn't tell me much. They seem to, they kind of got busy last night. But I could show you to the kitchen, give you something.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
He kind of like motions you, and you get back door in the kitchen. You see eggs, bread, bacon, any breakfast, like normal breakfast stuff, like ingredients. They have it. Nothing too complex because you're in a frontier town, but there's quite a bit.
Big B, like, I guess, just starts making some breakfast.
Yeah, so you like make some breakfast back doors in the kitchen. You probably managed to do some scrambled eggs and bacon, squeeze some fresh oranges for orange juice, that kind of stuff. So you
I
have a
have like
breakfast.
several trays of the stuff, a whole platter,
Dang, nice.
a whole
Yeah,
platter of toast and bacon and orange juice
nice.
and eggs, and I just like
Yeah,
have it like him with a giant plate of like food.
yeah. There's also like beans and potatoes and things like that. You can have like the full breakfast.
I'm giving
But yeah,
like I have a whole plate chatter of full English breakfast.
uh, and Pip definitely like decides to help you because he's kind of bored, and he's like, um, yeah, Mom and Dad told me to sleep in the other room because they were getting busy tonight, so I didn't sleep much, but
I love how
uh,
when you first said that, it took me a bit.
um, he's like, here, he starts cutting potatoes for you, like he does all this stuff. He's like, wow, you're actually a very good cook.
Well, thank you. I picked up a lot of stuff on my travels.
He's like, you must have traveled a lot. I mean, you don't look like a goblin from these parts.
Well, technically, I'm not a goblin from these parts.
Wait, I totally forgot about Droop. What did you guys do with Droop? Speaking of,
He's
Oh
sleeping
no.
with us.
I guess he hid between you and nobody noticed him, and then he just, like, we're gonna say that he managed to hide good enough to, like, enter your room and sleep with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yay.
like that's why I got a platter. Everyone getting food.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so, you make food for everyone. Pip is like, oh, you're not from around here, are you?
Wait, like what did Pip say?
Pip was like, oh, you're not like the goblins from these parts.
Well, technically, I'm from a very old clan.
Whoa, that's cool. Like, are you some kind of like ancient warriors of old or something like that?
Big V like sort of like avoids eye contact. It was just like, uh, well, that would definitely be a nice start if I was, but personally, I think I'm rather unlucky.
Ah, okay. He's just like frowns a little bit, pouts a little bit. That's too bad. Anyways, thanks for getting rid of the red brands. My mom and dad didn't like them very much.
Well, we did it in order to save people like you, Pip.
He kind of goes red. He's like, thank you.
Also,
but yeah,
no
he
one
helps you
likes
with.
rashes, so
That's true.
And also, we technically saved his life from like evil corona.
Yep.
So like, I come up into our room, bust down the door. It's just like, Dad.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing this morning? I know Phelan isn't there. Zilla, what you doing?
waking up.
I don't know.
This sounds like waking up.
Yeah, probably waking up.
He just like yawn, like standing up and blinking.
Yeah.
And I crawl back
Alright.
down. You cold?
Bigby like presents the platter breakfast.
Ooh, nice.
Extra eggs for you, Zilla. Extra very. I don't even know what you like in your. What do you like in your orange juice?
I don't mind that either way. Just drink it.
This guy gets a tall orange juice for you. He like lightly kicks Sildar awake, like gently, like shaking him. He's like, extra strong coffee for you, and goes to Droop. Droop!
Like Droop kind of like pops from under a bed. He was sleeping under the bed. He's like, yes!
Food.
My poor ears. Just kidding.
Sorry.
I was
Sorry.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen, you wanted a gremlin in your party. You got one. I'm gonna keep it lower from now.
No, I was just kidding.
Droop definitely rushes over to Big B. He's like, it smells so much better than the goop they had at Kragma.
Yeah, it's called food.
It's like definitely looks chewier than a boot.
Well, have some.
He kind of grabs the plate, like reverently, like just looks at it, and then like eats the plate with the food on it.
No. He like detached
It's too late. He has the plate in his mouth, and it's like extending his face circularly.
Big B like trying to pour away the plate. He's like, no.
He just like opens his mouth, and a plate kind of slides out like a CD player. But there's no more food in it.
Bigby is shocked, but he smiles and says, like, well, was it good? Did I do good on the cooking?
Droop like thinks about it for a second, and he's like, I think I just slurped it up without trying to chew it or anything. Sorry. My stomach loves it though.
Well, I'm happy your stomach likes it.
So
And Bigby just like, because he still managed to like save the drinks and some eggs and toast for the friends.
Alright. I think Sildar at this point is kind of waking up, like
Droop's voice woke him up.
and like he's kind of sleep talking a little bit, and it's like, hands off my shotgun, bozo. Like he's having some kind of badass like shootout dream or something like that, you know. But yeah, he like shakes himself up. He's like, he's kind of holding his shotgun, and then he lowers it. He's like, oh, right. Good morning.
Good morning, Zelda.
Morning.
I see you made breakfast.
What's left of it
Bigby,
anyway?
Bigby hands him like a cup of coffee he found a few days old, but still warm.
Nice, you warmed it up. All right. He just
And a piece
most
of
appreciate
and like a piece of toast that he managed to save.
from Droop's onslaught. Yeah. He's like, thank you, most appreciated. He's a little bit confused at the plain toast, but he's not gonna complain to like breakfast in bed, pretty much,
So,
or breakfast in a corner of the room.
so time for breakfast.
I suppose. Is there a reason why we're having breakfast here and not downstairs? How thrashed did it get last night?
Well, we're going
There's
to get breakfast
there's
downstairs
unconscious
anyway.
people everywhere.
Oh, that's bad news, I suppose.
And Pip is currently taking care of the bar unaided due to his family having special intercourse.
Special. Oh. He's like, thinks through it for a second. I suppose that would have happened. I've known Toblin for a while. He's always been the passionate sort.
I'm not even sure what it is, really.
Making babies.
He kind of goes red. I wouldn't concern myself with them. It's married couples' business.
Oh, so you have to get married in order to do it? Like, Bigby's now genuinely curious. Like, leaning into Sildar.
He's like sweating bullets.
Is it a secret practice from
Well, it's simply like proper people would usually wait until marriage. That's
So does that mean you can do it outside of marriage?
he's like rubbing his head, like he's rubbing his neck. He's just like, is it hot in here?
No, the window's open. Phelan went outside.
I'm just dying from laughter in the corridor listening to this.
I'm just gonna say that Bigby sort of knows what it is, but at the same time doesn't, since he's a child.
Nice. He's like, well, would you look at the time? I have to go report to Harbin right away. Thanks for the breakfast. He's just like picking up his armor. I'll meet you there, right?
Oh,
He's starting
okay.
to leave.
Be safe as he like goes out the door.
Of course, I'll meet you. I'll track you down soon if I don't see you at the hall. And he like he goes like very quickly out of there, pretty much after picking his stuff up. Like you can tell he's embarrassed as heck. He doesn't want to deal with this.
Bigby like turns around confused, like, what's something I said? He looks so distressed.
This would fuck with me if Zilla was the only one that actually understood what was going on.
I posted a GIF in the voice chat, but it's not showing for me. But that's what I imagine Sildar doing.
By the way, when Sildar was like, "Would you look at the time?" It was just 6:30 a.m. Like, it's very early to do anything right now. I think Droop kind of chimes in. He's like, "Droop thanks you. That guy likes you."
Bigby like cocks his what?
He got all sweaty and red like some goblins do before a mating dance.
Like Bigby like hearing those words, suddenly has a flashback to his old clan, and remembers hearing something about like mating clans and like how he would have to do that in his 20s and stuff like that. He doesn't know, and he just goes utterly red, just like, oh, what? I assure you he doesn't.
Okay, if you say so. He's just looking at you, like narrowing his eyes. I feel like Droop, despite being completely clueless about everything else, he's like, sure.
Bigby's just like utterly buzzed. What?
So basically like this.
Yes, he's more embarrassed on the fact of the mating dance. He still couldn't even notice if his head was on fire.
Amazing.
He's just embarrassed about the mention of mating fun times.
I have never done the mating dance. I'm too young for that. But I've heard many recounts. Fascinating tales. Do you want to hear them?
I believe
No,
that will be
thank you!
necessary, my dear
Failing
Drew.
like just yells, still dying of laughter outside. No, thank you.
Bigby's like, I don't think that would be necessary, Drew, but thank you.
Okay. I had canon Jupe as asexual, but with it very interesting like hobbies.
I utterly stand for him. Just like, I like mating dance. How about boots? Like mating dance is cool and all, but have you ever tried a good boot?
Yeah, that's Jupe's thing. Like he's really into chewing on boots. It's like I thought for a second you meant like a foot fetish, but then I was like, ah, yeah.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Anyway, let's get out of this trail of conversation. By the way, I know some people are super uncomfortable with not safe for work stuff, and I also, given that I'm older than like half of you here, I'm uncomfortable with dealing with those things. But like, I'm gonna reference it, but like, I'm never gonna go too deep into it.
Yeah, like
just to like warn you, like, yeah.
Even with like a not safe for work-ish group, it's uncomfortable hearing the detailed description of how the boss seduces the
Yeah,
ogre.
that's not gonna happen. But it's fun for comedy purposes.
It's good for comedy purposes, but like it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, Droop is like,
Zilla's just like listening in on all of this, just like wanting to die.
I guess. Have you eaten your breakfast, Zilla? Like, what you doing?
Yeah, just eating breakfast.
Doing anything, like paying any attention to what's going on, or just
No.
focusing on your eggs?
Just focusing on the food. Just focusing on the food.
I think Zilla wouldn't have had much like good quality like home cooked food for a while, right? Like it's not really like you've been
No.
kind of like an urchin.
You don't really get nice food on the streets.
Yeah, so this is pretty big deal for you. Like you're like,
Yeah.
fuck these fools. I just want to eat my eggs.
Don't care.
Unless they interrupt your breakfast and then you just kill them.
Kill them. Yeah. The room breakfast. Death.
Zilla's really
Amazing.
just like peace was never an option.
I love that.
Like when you think about it, the rogue is supposed to be the peace was never the option person, but here is Phelan being the sweetest damn rogue you ever seen in your life.
And the real gangster was Zilla all along.
And Bigby's just like he's just needs help.
Yeah. It's like the voice of reason most of the time until you decide to step in front of people and take a hit.
Anyway, shouldn't we like be investigating the sus sisters?
Yeah, so it's early in the morning. Sildar has left in a rush after being thoroughly embarrassed. And the city is starting to wake up. I'd say it's like 7 a.m. now, so like the sun is up. City's waking up. There's a whole bunch of places that are open for you to visit. You can see all the locations in the map. And yeah, like you already met some NPCs. You met Linene at the Lion Shield coaster. You know the Dendrer family who just found out their husband is dead. So who knows how they're doing. You like met Halia Thornton from the Phandelver Miners Exchange, this noble woman. You have been told about Quilleen Alderleaf, a halfling that manages the Alderleaf farm in town. You know Barthen from Barthen's Provisions. You already helped them. You know Sister Gorel. She manages the church. You also been told that there's a ranch to the south of here, managed by a half-elf named Darren Edermath.
Bigby hears about the half elf farmer and just like goes to Phelan, just like, oh, maybe we can get some information on your situation.
What? Sorry, didn't understand.
Like Bigby like hears about that half elf farmer and just like maybe we could find some information on yours.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we could. I mean, she's like scared, you know, trying to find your dad and scared not to get any information.
Bigby like smiles like, come, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
So like we
Okay.
go to the farmer dude.
Alright, that's gonna like mean that you're leaving the town and you're going on a trip down south to reach this ranch.
Oh no, they're not yet.
But before we do that, should we sell the stuff we got so that we're not over encumbered? So that we can get rid of it?
I mean, like, what? We have the rest of the stuff that was in the chest, like the malachite pieces.
Yeah, we still have the Yarno pieces too. What was it? Pearl, peridots, a silk
So
pouch, carnelian gems.
see what the gemstones are worth.
Yeah. Also, I think we have a book, an adventurer's book as well. I'm checking.
Well, whatever you got. I mean, there's 2 shops that you can like go for, and the first one is Barthen's Provisions. The second one is Lion Shield Coaster. You have been mentioned the Phandelver Miners Exchange from Halia Thornton's account. This place is kind of a miner's office, so maybe for precious gems they could be a thing. It does kind of work like a job office and also kind of a small bank as well.
Why don't we
So-
go to where Miss Lady Mining go to, so maybe we can get like an extra thing, extra price on it because that's miner's specialty.
Sure.
I want to try find a good like picture for Alia Thornton. I can't fucking find one. Anyway,
It's
so
weird
you head over.
D&D in peacetime.
Hmm?
No, it's just like it's weird being in peacetime. Like we technically have no immediate threat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the downtime that's so uneasy.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, so we go to Miss Mining.
Yeah, I'm gonna post in the log a picture gallery. This is what she looks like, and she's wearing kind of like not this blue thing, but rather like fashionable red kind of Southern Belle dress. Pretty much, this is like a lot of red and black that she's wearing. Pretty much.
Dishonored 2?
Oh?
Is it from the Dishonored 2 game?
Yeah. Like the jacket is more like an overcoat that she wears when she goes out. And I'm gonna show you the picture for Sister Gorel as well, because I found her. This is her outside of non-clothes.
Why do both of them look like they could snap my neck with their stiletto heels?
Because that's the intention.
Like, I would ask for Sister Gorel to step on me and I would say thank you.
I'm gonna say Sister Gorel has more like of a caramel skin complexion. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of like diverse pictures that I can find for D&D, so I'm just gonna say caramel skin here. Like probably like Latino a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it for the two. So you guys head over, and as you walk in, you see a small lounge. It does seem to be one of the most refined places that you can find in this town. There's definitely well-kept draperies, couches with like velvet padding, and there's like a counter at the end of it, including one with bars where like behind it you see like a big safe. There's that, and then in front of it, there's another counter. And you see there's like a clerk there, which isn't Halia. You don't recognize her. It's rather like a small town girl that you barely met. Trying to find the name.
I'm trying to find all the stuff we got with gems.
She like this girl has like is just standing there, and she has like her hair in a bun, kind of kept like Halia Thornton has her hair kind of in a bun, and she is kind of standing there and is like, "Welcome to the Phandelver Miners Exchange. How can I help you?" She basically has like customer service voice on.
Bigby like sort of just like Lisa Charles just like, hi, we're looking to see if we could have a chat with what was her name again?
Halia?
With Halia, please, and maybe think about selling these gems.
Oh, Miss Thornton? Yes, of course. I think she's just getting ready for the day. She looks like a little bit sweaty. He says, is this about selling some gems? We're always looking for these kind of items, given that we're in strict collaboration with the local miners. Could I have a... Well, I suppose she should have a look first. I'll be right back. She kind of like leaves and starts going upstairs. You hear a little bit of like I'd say roll me a perception roll, all of you.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh, nice.
And Zilla comes in clutch again.
Yeah.
By the way, where's Troop? Like, is he with you in all of this?
Of course.
Did you carry him with me? Okay. So he's like behind you, kind of hidden.
Sure, like he's in our backpacks.
I mean, he would be small
Like
enough to fit somebody's
Pikachu.
backpack.
Yeah, he's in
Pikachu!
one of our satchels.
He's riding somebody's shoulders. So I would say since Zilla is the biggest one out of all of you, he's probably riding on Zilla.
Yeah.
Let him. Alright, so Zilla, you got a backpack and there's a small goblin creature thing that's like
Great.
riding on it. Alright, so you or anyone except for you, Zilla, you hear like a little bit of a sign of a fight. He's like, why are you interrupting me in the middle of the morning? I still haven't had my coffee. And yeah, they're kind of like it's kind of a snooty, like noble, like getting disturbed, not having a good time with it fight. But eventually, as the clerk mentions that it's you guys, um, like you start hearing like the sounds of footsteps approaching with a kind of like click clacks, which means high heels, which means Holly is coming downstairs. She gets all the way down low and looks at you. He's like, well, you've certainly, um, decided to come visit, uh, right away. I suppose I should be grateful for the good impression I've given you. She's like a little bit like still like just sipped her coffee, you know, like she's not having a good time waking up this early.
We more so came here because we assume that's your line of profession, the minerals, not really sense of impression, but I applaud you for trying. And Bigby says that in the most non-passive aggressive way.
She just narrows her eyes at you. Like, bruh. She's like, you get the sense that she's trying to read you to see if you're actually playing her and just eventually decides not to give a shit about it.
He genuinely
So basically,
listens.
she failed the insight check. Just kidding.
No, it's more like she succeeded the insight check.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Like, she knows you didn't mean it like that. She's like, yes, either way, Rosa here told me you have gems you needed prospected.
Yes, we do. And
Excellent, excellent.
And I just plunk everything on the table. Do I read what I plunk on the table? I just went through all of it, so I have it listed all.
But you gotta tell me what, because I assume you don't plunk everything you found in Tresendor
No,
Manor there.
just the things that we got that are with gems, like the jade
So the
statuette,
malachite pieces
the
and the
malachite,
paradox.
two
the carnelians.
paradots, 5 carnelians, 1 pearl, an eye patch with semi-precious gems, and the jade statuette of a frog with gold eyes.
Like, when did we get those? Was that in the first cave?
Yep.
The jade statuette, yeah, in the first cave. You never got rid of it. Oh my, that's quite a bounty. You guys get all that from Tresendor Manor?
Not all of it. Some.
Some. Do you find any special items there as well? Items of power, perhaps?
And what exactly do you care?
Oh, it's nothing. Just, curiosity. I have an eye for things of magical and, refined value.
Bigby presents the glass staff. It's just like
I want
this.
to do an
We found
insight
this.
check to see what she's up to. If I can, this.
Okay,
is
roll
okay.
insight, Bigby. You show this staff, and she looks at it, stunned.
11.
Oh. So, you've killed all Glassstaff, haven't you? How interesting.
Wasn't really hard. And you know him? You knew Yana?
Yano? She. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll for this. Give me a second.
I think I just messed up.
Whoops.
Yarno Albrecht, that wizard that came by but a month ago? What has that to do with black stuff? Are you telling me they're one and the same?
uh, Big V realizes basically like, no, I just heard the name we associated with this staff, and I was wondering if you axed it.
Oh, no, I simply heard the name because, well, of the person in charge of the Red Brands. And I assumed it had to do with some weapon of power, of course. I gotta say, with that inside check, she does look a little bit nervous.
Oh, like Big V like goes to Phelan and is like, show her the gun, and like goes, show her the thing.
No. And I'm not trusting her, so I'm not gonna show her anything. I'm not saying that out loud, just giving Bigby a look, trying to say that I don't trust her.
Big V like sort of gets it, and like his polite smile instantly shifts.
She definitely like sees, like hears you say, show her the gun, and is like, oh, more items? Interesting. What is this gun you speak of?
Big V completely disregards that and just says like, what would be the expected value of all these minerals?
Yes, of course. She kind of like comes down and starts inspecting. Like, she kind of has this little pocket magnifying lens that she's holding in like a fold in her dress. She extracts it and kind of moves it close to some of these. You saying something?
Like those little gem checkers that people have.
Jeweler's eye.
Yeah,
Yeah, jeweler's eye. You know, she looks like she knows what she's doing. She's just inspecting them each. You know.
yeah.
So let me just do quick math here. Grabbing a calculator, and so you said 5 malachites.
You said each were 15 gold pieces.
Yeah. Just trying to. So 5 malachites, 15. Then 1 pearl.
Yeah.
Then 2 paradox.
Yep.
Then are you using any other? Are you putting in any of the scrolls? No, right?
Just gems.
Also, you're keeping the nightshade. Okay, so the jade statuette.
Yeah. And the eye patch and 5 carnelians.
What was the eye patch? Oh yeah. Right.
As much as a hoarder you are, Phelan, you do help us get bank, since all the stuff we looted really making us rich.
Yeah.
I'm a hoarder.
So,
Out of character, I'm a big hoarder. Also, in games, if I don't have to worry about inventory space, I hoard stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. But it's the same thing. Like, you don't need to grab every single thing that the DM announces.
You need that thing that you didn't grab. Because you never know when it's gonna come in handy, right?
Most of the stuff you get, we just sell.
Yeah, but, you know. I'm not gonna sell my Eldritch Blaster.
We're just having this conversation.
Yeah, she says she looks at all of these gems. These look like good quality. The pearl itself, it's a little bit of magical properties within it. Definitely would help with any wizard magic practitioner that came by. Hmm. I'll say I'm gonna need you to do me a charisma check here. Whoever's selling these.
Me
Which I
again.
guess is Bigby in this case.
Bigby, okay.
Okay. A charisma saving throw?
No, check.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Someone help me! Someone help me! Zilla, please.
Okay, I'll try.
Uh, I mean, she kind of looks at you. She's like, but then she kind of glances around at Phelan, at Zilla, and notices that you guys look like badasses that know what you're doing.
Like Bigby looks like an utter baby. He's just like
Yeah.
terrifying friends. His two
Yeah.
terrifying friends.
Yeah.
We're just standing there with our hands on Bigby's shoulders.
I can spare 280 gold pieces for the whole lot.
We taking that?
Yep, we taking it. I mean, we're already rolling in gold.
And silver pieces.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, if you ever needed gold pieces and silver pieces exchanged, by the way, our bank is a place to do it. Of course, there's a small changing interest.
Thank you for that
Bigby's just like,
information.
we get into economics, boys. We frugal businessmen tonight. This is big. This is
So,
like, thank you
do
for
we
your
have
service.
a deal?
We have a deal.
Of course. Rosa, if you could fetch the money. And, yeah, like, the clerk kind of, like, jumps a little bit. She kind of goes over to the, like, big vault. And you seem to see some shutters appearing so that you can't see what happens as she goes inside. Like, there's some shutters behind the kind of bars that don't show what's in there. But eventually she comes out with a sack of money for you guys.
Bigby, like, Phelan, right? You told us what you heard shortly before, like, at least whispered it.
What?
Like, when you heard, like, what happened when before the mean lady came in.
I didn't hear that. Zilla did.
Oh, okay. The Zilla say?
I don't think so. They were just fighting because she was woken up. I think she wasn't really.
Yeah, I mean,
woken up yet.
only Zilla heard it.
It wasn't anything important.
Mm-hmm. Now, are
Okay,
you
but I'm
still
gonna
here
still
for
do this.
checks?
I'm gonna still do this anyway. Like,
Okay.
as like is the gang all cool with this? Cause I'm about to take like 10 gold pieces
Sure, we
From
have
where?
enough money.
from our sack from 280, so like 270.
Sounds good.
Like, I give 10 gold pieces it secretly to the clerk, to the nice lady that.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Oh god, this is the absolute worst thing. This is the absolute worst roll.
Maybe you'll do fine. Now you won't. Holly has definitely seen you do that. She, like, raises an eyebrow. She's like, kindness, I see. Well, I suppose once the money is yours, it's not my say to tell you what to do with it. You make sure you treat those coins well, Rosa. She kind of looks at you. Rosa seems to like sweating a little bit, but she thanks you for it.
Like Bigby just like smiles warmly, just like no problem.
Now, is this the only reason you've come to me? Because, as I said, I had a job proposition for the lot of you.
And what exactly does that proposition entail?
Oh, well, simply capable people. And, I have a little something I need taken care of, on the down low.
And what is that little something?
Well, there is rumors that somewhere within the ruins of an old city is a banshee. It's nearby.
Oh.
She lives there alone. Well, unlived, that is. And she has something I want.
And what is that something?
That's my own personal business.
If
All I'm
you want
asking,
us to do this particular task, we certainly need to know what is it, unless you are trying to get us to simply kill with no reason, like we're common, brainless mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
she is an undead creature. Are you saying you're against putting the dead back to sleep, so to speak?
I suggest not being able I suggest not be able to do a job that we don't even know what we're doing it for.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh no. Should we help again?
Come on, baby, you can do it. There you go.
Yay.
Finally, my persuasion came back in.
She quiets down for a second. She's like, very well, I suppose it won't hurt you. Cunnyberry are the ruins of an old town that used to exist before the great tragedy that swept these lands about 500 years ago. And, I am looking after a book that this banshee is, supposed to have. It has history about this town and the times before. I am sort of a collectionist, and I thought I could get good use out of it. But the banshee stands in my way, of course. Now, I have a variety of miners under my control, but none of them are better than using a pickaxe. You seem to be quite capable. I'm certain you could handle a threat such as her.
And what suggest is the reward for taking on a banshee?
Well, of course, I'm a wealthy woman. I'd love to I could give you as much coin as you need, or we could strike a deal of some other sort if you need information, for example, or whatever else. But in terms of monetary reward, I'd be giving you around 500 gold pieces for a job well done.
I feel like we should ask for like another boon, because I feel like that's more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like
But
exchanging money without the fees? Or like, I don't know.
basically, we get like some cut of her profit.
You want like some auctions? Like you want like to be part of her business model or
No,
something?
I hate
Oh
maps.
no! Oh no! So, okay, Big B goes up and just says like, "How
I'll let you
about?"
know. I'll
Hmm?
let you know. I also have important ties in Neverwinter if you ever need some help over there.
Big B is just like, "I believe favor would do just fine.
Oh,
Just you owe us big time.
a favor, you say?
That
I
I consider that a reasonable monetary value of our job well done."
I don't think I get in business without clear terms specified on the contract, so you'll have to specify this favor right now, or else there is no deal.
Simply for particular information that we may have, a particular hiding spot if we may so need so, and of course the ever-present cover for if we get into something that would be delightfully removed under your control, and especially in your ties in Neverwinter, since we make plans on visiting there quite soon.
So you either ask for safe access and contacts in Neverwinter, or me to hide you away from the law?
Just contacts is good.
Hmm.
Uh,
I whisper to Bibi, we already have a hiding spot with Barthen. We don't need two, I think.
yeah. Big B's just like the connections will do just fine. We already have places. I was just saying that as a means of generalization.
Very well. In that case, I owe you one big favor of your choosing. And aside from that, I'll also give you some monetary compensation just to keep you satisfied. That is, if you bring me the book. And if you, how do you say, keep this low key. I'd rather
How
not have word of my search for this book be spread around town.
and exactly why is that? Is the book of a certain dangerous capacity?
Oh, nothing of the sort. It's just, there's some other collectionists in the area. And it is a very rare item. It could fetch quite some value.
Okay. I love how Bigby's like literally the negotiator.
We'll
He's
give
the
you low
entire
ass charisma.
spokesperson because like Zilla is completely mute and failing too bashful to even work.
You know, Zilla would be a really good negotiator because he has the highest
Yeah.
charisma out of all of you. You
But
could
he
try and sign
he
language to
has
her.
trauma. So reasons.
Yeah. I feel like Zilla's the good negotiator because he's like the guy that's just so like fucking scary and like intense that like people just give in.
And I'm just not good at people talking.
Bigby looks too cute for his own good.
Hmm. Here, have this. And she kind of like extracts from her pocket a stone that has a symbol carved on it. It seems to be a mask.
And what exactly is this, pray tell?
The sending stone, dear. Um, what it does is, well, once a day, you can, um, if you concentrate on it, send me a small message with it, no more than 1 minute of talking. But, it will help me, it will help you keep me updated on your mission.
I greatly thank you. This is would be very useful.
Yes, also, should you ever need a favor, you can certainly inform me through this.
I'm gonna put it in like my inventory as Boone mask.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's a stone with like a mask carved onto it. And yeah, it basically once per day you can use it to cast as an action. You can cast the spell sending, pretty
Okay.
much.
Just put it in
Do
my
I
Terry
But
recognize the
Boonstone.
only
mask symbol?
do me I'd say history roll. Nah, you don't.
Okay.
So yeah, like you're casting sending, and you can send the message across any distance or even across other planes. But you can only send it um to like Halia Thornton, because she has the receiver, pretty much. You can only do this once a day.
Okay, I put it in my inventory as Boonstone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And actually, it's not 1 minute; it's 25 words or less. But I'm gonna make it so that like it works for 1 minute of talking, because otherwise it's gonna be a fucking mess to like count words every time.
Mm.
Alright. Alright, excellent. Can I help you with anything else? Do you have more business?
Think this is where we partake. Think this is where we leave.
All right.
I look forward to a continued um partnership. She smiles at you.
Big B smile. Big B smiles back. I I hope that we can have a lovely relationship as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Now if you'll excuse me. She starts heading back up. She's like, Rosa, take care of this. And she like leaves.
Big B's just like blink twice if you're in danger. To Rosa.
Like, do you actually say it out loud?
No, 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 no. But Big B does have a worried look.
Thank you for coming to the Phandelver Miners Exchange. Please come again.
Big B takes her hand and like whispers, "Are you okay?"
Uh, I certainly, sir. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Do me a persuasion roll.
Just like, are you sure about that?
Would you mind not touching me? That's quite uncomfortable.
Oh, my bad. And he like takes his hand off her hand.
Very well. I'm doing fine. Do not worry about me. Thank you for the kind tip. Actually, I'm gonna say because you tipped her, you get to roll that again with advantage.
And
Nah.
I'm screwed.
Thank you for the kind tip. Please come again. She's like, there's a little bit of a harshness to her tone. She's like, please come come back here. I can't wait.
Save me.
Anyway.
Baby's like blink now I say it out loud. Like blink twice you need help.
Yeah, she's not buying into your like she doesn't trust you pretty much. You get the feeling that yeah, nothing like something's not fine here, but also she don't trust you with nothing.
I can take a hit. Like we should go.
Have a nice day.
You do.
Come
So
to
you
us
guys
if you
are
need
out.
anything. Enunciate anything.
That's very kind. I totally will.
She's lying through her teeth, isn't she?
Yep.
Okay, we should go to Lucky Lady Luck's church.
Okay.
Yep. Get over to the church and you find it open for the first time since you came here.
Like, is there anybody in there?
It's kind of like dark. You have to walk in and see, but you definitely hear a little bit of some singing inside.
Guess we enter.
Do you recognize the song?
It's some kind of prayer, but it's kind of it's got some soul in it, you know? Like it's kind of jazzy, you know?
Okay. Like from the
Yeah.
Sister
Okay.
Act?
So yeah, Black
Yeah, a
Church.
little bit. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's at the level of Black Church because there's only one person in there and they're not exactly having a gospel, but it's kind of like she's kind of like singing something that doesn't feel like a Gregorian chant. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I guess we walk in.
Yeah, you guys walk in and you see Sister Gorel is back in her nun clothes. She has her head covered. She's at the altar and you do see a little bit of like various colors coming from the windows as if she's casting some kind of spell, and she's also singing. And I'm not gonna fucking sing what she's singing, but it sounds a little bit like it's got a little bit of soul, and she's praising Timora, the goddess of luck.
Hmm.
Despacito.
I
No,
swear to God.
no. Yeah.
Well, I guess Bigby like waits because he recognizes a woman of faith, and he doesn't want to interrupt her like thing.
Um. Yeah, so she kind of ends it with a little bit of flair while she's at it. Before she notices you come in, um, and yeah, like there's a little bit like the sound kind of resonates throughout the entire church. You get the feeling, being a cleric yourself, that she's clearly using thaumaturgy to like spice it up. And yeah, by the end of it, she's like, everything quiets down, and she notices like you guys. Oh, I hadn't noticed you come in.
You have a beautiful voice.
Um, yes, thank you, darling. I'm quite. I know, I know. I've been told many times. Um, I haven't properly thanked you for rescuing me, yesterday.
Oh, there's no need to thank us.
Oh, well, I figure I should anyway. I was in quite a pickle.
Well, you certainly seem you can handle yourself, being such a brave woman.
Oh, what, me? A simple outdoors nun such as myself? Brave? No. She's lying.
There's
I
like
simply watch out for the innocent, you know. Protect.
a woman that knows how to carry a blade certainly isn't just simple, and I applaud that. I'm sure your goddess would be look very kindly upon you.
Sister Girl smirks. She crosses her arms and she's like, well, you know, sometimes gods are not just all about kindness now, are they?
Yes, I would believe so. Who who exactly
Yes,
are
yes,
you praying to? I'm not familiar with this goddess.
oh, why, that's Timora, Lady Luck herself. She's always been a crutch by my side, let's just say that. When you live a life such as mine, you find yourselves in quite the dangerous situations. But with Lady Luck by your side, you'll never be able to fear for them.
Well, my goddess is Godia. She deals with a lot of honesty.
That's interesting. She like thinks about it. Well, they do say luck favors the bold.
Maybe like Nervously laughs at that.
Are you here to receive some healing, or have you decided to change your faith, or perhaps something else?
We mostly came here to say hi and see how you were doing.
Oh, I'm doing splendidly. I mean, anything better than that jail cell, not going to lie. Being sold into slavery wasn't quite my style. Seems like Timora was behind me after all. I mean, she clearly must have sent you there to help me out.
I'm sure that's a very big possibility. We also kind of wanted to ask, when we arrived after you came, you seem to have been very disturbed by Mrs. Helena, I believe it was. We just visited
Hell
her
yeah.
actually. Helia.
Talia.
Halia.
Thornton.
Horton.
Thornton, yeah.
Thornton.
Thornton. Halia. Um, Halia? You've visited her? Like, what, this morning?
Yes,
Just
we
sold
went there
some
to sell
gems.
some. I've been talking way too long. Phelan, go.
Yeah, you guys should, like, go at it, too. Like, Bigby doesn't have to conduct all fucking conversations.
Sorry.
Like, I know I'm
mute.
cute, but I'm running out of material, man.
Sorry. Just Phelan is just bad with people. I mean, if it's just you guys in the caves and so much, it's not that much of a problem, you know. But if it's other people like all around, it's a bit more. I mean, she's more comfortable with you guys than complete strangers.
Okay.
So, do you want me to keep going, or you want to say something?
I wanted to ask if maybe she knew my father.
Oh yeah. Um,
Um, I'm like, pointing my index fingers together like all shy. You know, like in the animes, they like poke two fingers
Okay.
together. Have you perhaps heard of an elf called Avarius?
Avarius. She taps her finger. I can't say I have, and I have met quite a few elves. Who is this individual?
My dad.
Ah! Lost child then?
Yeah.
This is the kind of scenario?
I mean,
Well, why?
we've been separated for a while, and I'm looking for him.
She taps her chin, kind of paces around for a second, and then you see this big smirk on her face as if she came up with an idea.
Inside
like-
check, please. Inside check.
this woman is trouble.
Both women are trouble, both of these.
At least Miss, I haven't had my coffee is predictable.
Yeah, one is chaotic and the other one is lawful.
I mean, I guess because she worships Lady Luck, luck in itself is an unpredictable bastard.
Yeah. And they all both speak with a British accent, despite none of them being British. Alright, so you gonna, like, roll insight?
Yes, please. I mean, I've seen that smirk. I know there's nothing good coming out of it. 20.
Alright. She is definitely not just a nun.
I knew it.
She as she moves by, you can see the hilt of a knife underneath her robe.
This Dominic picks on the side.
Not, not only that, but you get the feeling that there's definitely a rivalry or something going on with Holly Thornton, and the reason she's smirking is because she seems to have some kind of objective, and she just figured out a way to rope you guys into it.
Nothing to do
Oh
with
my
my dad.
god.
We're in the
Nothing to
beef
do with
of
my
the
dad.
century now.
So.
I want to see where this goes.
Okay. I keep quiet.
So she's like, well, while I don't really know who your or where your father is, I could find out for you in exchange for a little help.
And what exact help is that?
Bigly just quips.
Tell me what Halia wanted.
Oh, damn. What do we do, Chief?
Oh, well, she was just really interested in the statue that we brought with of a frog with golden eyes. She was quite interested in it.
Yeah,
She wanted to find. She wanted to know where we found it.
Roll me deception, because that's not what Halia wanted from you guys.
Natural 20!
You lie. You compulsive liar.
Oh my god, natural 20!
Alright.
So 21 altogether.
I mean, I'm gonna roll inside for her, but I think we have a crit, unless she crits as well. I just critted! I just critted!
We are at a standstill.
Oh no.
Can we
And
roll again?
No, because her insight is above yours. Like, she doesn't have a plus. She has like a +3 to insight.
Oh.
So she has a 23 to your 21 deception. Oh shit! She's like, oh, you're good. You know, I almost believed that for a second. She's like putting her like hand on her chin, just looking at you, smiling.
I just smiled back. Thank you, I did my best.
Why am I attracted to a nun? I'm almost about to say screw Sildar.
Look, Sildar is like definitely a romancing option that you can dump.
He's still waiting for us at the town master's hall. I think, yeah.
Maybe I could finesse and just be in a poly relationship.
Why not? I
Yes.
don't know if you have the charisma for that, but a person can dream.
Zilla, will
Or
you
you
be my
gotta end
wingman,
up-
please?
Zilla can make it happen.
Yes.
Okay, but seriously, I turned back to Corel. She just wanted us to kill a banshee in the ruins of some old city.
Huh. Well, the city, which one is it? I
She
promise I will
mentioned-
give you what you need.
She mentioned something about Connieberry.
Oh. How interesting. She like just looks at like she just is smiling now, she's thinking, darn it, she tricked me. She's like pissed right now. Shit. I wasted so much time trying to look in Trezendar, and it turns out it was somewhere else entirely. That minx!
I officially see her in this.
Nice.
What is it?
It's a gift of a
Oh,
nun.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, she totally is like this, pretty much. She's like, hey, hey, Lady Timora asks like me to come and see you. By the way, you look so good. She's just like, well, this is great news, actually. And she asked you guys to go fetch something for her there.
No, just kill a banshee.
Well, that can't be all of it. After all, she's looking for that book, isn't she? She smiles sweetly at you.
Bigby's like, what book?
Yeah, she never mentioned the book.
Deception, all of you.
We
Ah.
are trash liars.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you did a very good job at the beginning. I just critted against you. He's like, come on, guys. I'm way more experienced than you at this. I'm talking about Bo Gentle's book, one of the most important spell books of the millennia, rumored to have been lost in Coneybury. Apparently, according to you. I thought for sure it would be in Trezendar, but clearly
Well, we did
I
find the book
missed
in
that spot.
Trezendar.
Oh?
Yeah.
Which book? Can I see?
And I showed her the adventurer's book that I picked up.
Can we please
So-
not give the sexy nun the ultimate spell book?
Is this the book with like the Eldritch scribbling? Like, is this the book you're talking about?
Yeah. I picked it up.
She kind of grabs it, opens it for a second, scribbles through it, shakes her head. Can't read it. She throws it back at you. That's not Bo Gentle's book, though. I would recognize it anywhere. After all, I've been in this town for like months now, trying to find it.
So, what, pray tell, would a nun require of such a powerful item?
Wouldn't you like to know, Green
Yes.
Boy?
I mean, yes, we would.
Yes,
If
I
we're
would.
going to go and get the book, we would like to know what, why, and what it is.
And did she just call me Green Boy?
Green.
Yeah, aren't you green?
I am
Green boy.
flustered.
She's just like, it's a long story. Basically, anyone that gets their hands on that book can receive a lot of knowledge, and with a lot of knowledge comes a lot of power. I'm part of a faction that's preventing certain individuals from getting too powerful, if you get my gist.
So you're doing this out of the goodness of humanity?
No, it's just fun.
Big B is just like very confused and slightly blushing at the Green Boy comment. He says like, so are you suggesting we go back on our word and give the book to you?
Well, if you do that, then you'll have Halia Thornton as a spine on your side. The surname is kind of, a giver. Perhaps you could exchange it for a fake. Oh, that would be so much fun. She'd spend ages trying to decipher it, only to find out there's nothing useful in it. Ah, that's a great idea. What do you think?
But that's such a wrong thing to do. Like, what has she done to you? Why
Well,
can't you
she.
share the power?
Have you ever heard of a faction called the Zentarum?
Does any one of us recognize it?
Roll me a history or arcana.
I mean, I know that they're out of character. I know that they're in a faction in Waterdeep
Uh-huh.
of like informants,
So,
I think.
Kali, you, even though Bigby is kind of like out of time, the Zentarum existed back in your time as well. Um, they are an ancient faction that's kind of like the Illuminati. They strive for power and absolute control over groups of people, you know, and they kind of are hidden in governments and in um like high society and in like uh people with economic power. Like these people kind of have hidden strings and control and pull to get things done. And their ultimate goal is, well, power. Phelan, you know a little bit of this, not too much, pretty
Big,
much. I did.
Bigby, like his eyes like flicker in recognition, just like, are you part of that group?
Oh, of course not. No, that's disgusting. Ew. Please don't say that again. Oh. No, I'm part of the
Inside check.
Harpers.
Oh, Harper's, okay.
And who are they?
Well, the Zentarim's sworn enemy, of course.
Are you
We
saying
are.
that the lady from the mining is part of that group?
The what?
Part of the Illuminati?
The Zentharum?
I'm saying Halia Thornton is likely a member of the Zentarum, and giving her that book, well, let's just say that spells a lot of shit coming our way. Whereas I'm part of the Harpers. We're kind of similar to them. We are just, more about, like, fighting against power being too strong or consolidating. We try to make sure that tyrants keep their head down, if you know what I'm saying.
So, like, assassins versus Templars in Assassin's Creed.
It's kind of like that, yep.
Also, out of character, when we were talking about doing the Waterdeep heist campaign, it fell through, by the way. But I was thinking of actually joining the Harper's Guild. So I liked what they represented, kind of from what I've read on the internet.
So now that you have that information, what do you think? Are you gonna sell me out or are you gonna help me?
Well, I feel like it would get no point in selling you out. But also, if we were to simply take the book ourselves and just leave you, what would you do?
Well, if you keep the book for yourselves, good luck deciphering it, by the way. I would probably just make sure Halia doesn't get on your trail.
Will
And
you
if
be
you
able
did
to decipher it
use it
yourself?
for... Huh?
Are you able to decipher it yourself, or do you have someone in your clan that does that?
Oh, no way. I do have some contacts in Neverwinter, though. I'm not
Okay.
of the arcane type. Let's just say that. Halia is, though. You should watch out.
Mm,
Okay, we'll do it your way.
Does that mean you will fetch the book and bring it to me instead?
Yes, but you also
we'll
mentioned
think
giving
on the
her
drive there.
You also think you also mentioned giving her a fake.
Yeah, that was the idea. I could definitely get a few contacts to ship me a fake here. It would take a while though, so you might need to stall for time.
Okay. I look at Zilla and Bigby. We did have another kind of side quest. I mean, we did find a map of some sort, I think, in the mansion. If
A
you, I
map
mean, the art.
of what?
This is out of character question or in character?
I don't know. You're asking me. Yeah, I'm talking in character.
No, nothing important. I mean, it was it was just
Well,
a
can I
point of
see?
interest. Um, sure. I mean, I just give up and give her this. What was the ruins of Thunder Tree artifact, stash of rare coin, edge of Mount Hatena? What it was? I don't know. That we got
I
last
don't
time.
remember what map you're talking about. So
Yeah, I don't
the
think it was a
it,
map. I
what
don't.
was
I
it
don't.
then?
I don't remember exactly, but wait. I think it was Myrna who told us about the ruins of Thunder Tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could go there as a side step. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh, old Thunder Tree, huh? You sure you want to go there? It's overrun by cultists and zombies.
Well, if we have to kill a banshee, we might as well deal with those undeads. I mean, a banshee
I
is probably tougher to kill than those guys. We also already killed some zombies, so we have experience.
Mm-hmm. All right, all right. You seem to be people with a plan. You know what? This might be the beginning of a good partnership. I of course cannot live with you. I need to keep up covers here. But you do all this for me, you bring the actual book, you manage to stall for time with Alia so that I have enough time to create and send a replacement. Then I'll make sure to give you the full information about where your father is. How about that?
I look at Zilla and
And
Bigby with like puppy eyes.
Bigby says is like, well, you definitely seem to be a very promiscuous, interesting woman. He says that as a way of like not knowing what promiscuous it means. He says that to sound smart.
yeah, Sister Grell is just raising an eyebrow. Just like, okay.
I looked up what it means. Oh.
I just had
Well,
a light bulb go out up on my head. If she knows so much information, she might. I kind of like poke Bigby a bit. What about Cragmore Castle?
oh, right. Do you
What other
have you heard of the infamous Crackmore Castle?
I do know about Kragmaw bandits, but the location of their base seems to be a mystery. Although, as I said, I have a ways of finding information, and you do what I ask, I could very well divine that place as well.
Well, I personally thank you, Lady of Lux, Miss Lady of Lux, teacher, and I believe we'll have nothing but to accept your offer.
Right. Well, that's good news, because I might have had to kill you otherwise.
Bigby at this point isn't phased by that and says like,
You
and
could
like
try.
if we find out about anything unholy about it though, we expect we do the same to you. And he says that like in the most like
Normal
oddly
voice.
quiet tone.
Oh, don't worry. We intend to destroy Bowgentle's book. We're not interested in its contents. Now, Holly, on the other hand, I wouldn't want to see a witch like her get her hands on anything like that anytime soon.
Then it appears we have a deal.
Sounds good. Man of the cloth to woman of the cloth, and she kinda hands over a hand to shake.
Big B shake. Big Leg shakes her hand with like a very with a his usual warm smile and just like we always on the side of good, yes?
Depends on how luck turns. But, I'll say one thing. Your goddess is the goddess of honesty, right? I'd say maybe don't talk if Halia asks you any inconvenient questions.
I
We weren't
Big B like
planning to.
Big B goes and says like my goddess has accepted that my recent turn of events will require me to break some oaths. But in my heart I am an honest man.
Yes, I think I believe that. She
Yeah,
smirks at you.
also out of character. Also with your recent persuasion rolls,
Hmm?
you really are a bad liar.
Yeah.
I mean I never said he was good at lying.
But in character with
Wait.
your rolls, it kind of
Yeah, but
fits.
congratulations! Once you saved Sister Garel, you unlocked a basically incredibly powerful diviner. And if you do stuff for her, she will do stuff for you, like info and stuff like that.
Nice.
Oh, but I did promise you a little snippet of um where your father would be. I can't give you information in extension, like I can't give you the full extended information after all, because then you wouldn't do the stuff I asked you to do now, would you? But I do keep
I
my
would.
promises.
I keep my promises as well. I would. I might not come
Yeah.
across as a person that's like really honest, but I try to do good.
I swear to God, my bisexualness is like kicking. Because now we have this
Nice.
super powerful, sexy nun, and we have Sildar, who's an utter dad.
There's like that bod guy, there's sexy nun, there is rich sugar mommy, Halia Thornton.
Nah, Haley Orton, she ain't that cute, no. She's treating her workers, no.
Yeah, that's true.
I require personality.
You know, if you ever like want to play a character that's not like 100% good, like she's the kind that mistreats like people that she finds inferior, but like is very sweet to people that she respects very much. Yeah. But yeah.
But I am sweating. Like, I am struggling. Like, who do I go for?
I suppose I can do a quick divination for you, just to see if your father is still around at least. And the general location. Would that work?
Yes, please.
Alright. Come over here to the altar. And she smiles. She like gets to the altar, and you notice that she picks from a like small wooden drawer some items. Like these look like sticks, bones, and some like various like stones with carved runes in them. And she kind of says, so, Avarius,
Yes.
can you try to picture him in your mind?
Not really. I haven't seen him.
Then I need a drop of your blood.
That I can give, and I go for my dagger and I just poke my finger with it. And
Okay.
give give the finger.
She grabs a ball and she puts it right below you till like a drop of blood goes in. She like grabs all these sticks and stones, kind of shakes them in a ball, next to the blood, getting them a little bit stained. And she like says, "Lady Timora, once again I ask for your aid." And she starts whispering prayers as she shakes them. This will take 1 minute.
I have the time.
Bigby sort of like reminded of something, and he pulls out the scroll of augury, just like to more inspect it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, augury is similar to what she's doing, but what she's doing seems a little bit more complex than that.
Okay. So I guess he just like puts it back and just sort of watches her.
Mm-hmm. All right. So your father is definitely still alive. Darn elves, they last a long time. He's close. Somewhere up north, northwest. And oh, you have a brother.
Really?
Yeah. The bones are clear. He's somewhere nearby. I assume you're not aware of him.
I haven't
If you
seen my father ever. Really. I am a half elf, after all.
Yeah, I could tell that much. You lot are always with your tragic backstories.
That was one hell of a fourth wall break.
She's my new favorite
Alright. Anyway, this is as much as I can give you now.
What happened in today's session? Oh, I had bisexual distress between a middle-aged cowboy dad bod and a sexy nun that could kill me.
Yeah.
Thank
Amazing.
You. Thank you very much.
So, yeah. You're welcome. She blows you a kiss.
And me, I just blush. Really just blushes. She's not used to this.
She waves a hand and the blood in the bowl is like vanished, and she's like, I can't wait to help you find your dad. Just give me that book first.
Yeah, sure.
Zilla is the only one that has not been like sort of flustered or flirted with by her.
I mean, yeah, because he's kind of standing in the background. Like you're doing anything with her. What about you, dear? Do you want your future told?
You're getting fortunes now? Bigby perks up.
Well, for a price, of course. But if we need any information after the job is done. You seem quite the mysterious fella. Looks at, like, Zilla. I'm sure you might have some information. Perhaps, brooding backstory of your own.
Zilla looks a bit uncomfortable.
Bigby sort of saves him because it's like he isn't much of a talker. He gladly appreciates it, but I think he would politely decline.
I, for one, would be interested in seeing your powers. I love to learn new things. And I never learned about such divination magic.
Well, it is in Tamora's domain. I suppose you could pick it up. After all, it is. Some of these are a cleric's bread and butter. I'm
I
simply
found
better at
this
them
I
than
found
others.
this I found this scroll in one of the caves during our travels, and I believe it has some divination, but clearly not on your level.
Can I see it?
Sure. And he just hands her the scroll of augury.
Hmm. She gives it a look and she's like, ah, yeah, this is the classic fortune telling stuff. Similar to what I was doing. You can cast this. It's pretty easy.
Oh, will you teach me?
I suppose I could. But it should come from your god as well. It's within your own power.
Oh, he just looks some. Right? Scrolls are like one use though.
Yeah, they're one use, but you don't waste the spell slot. You could also prepare the spell. That's what she's suggesting that you can do. Like, that's how clerics work. You have the spell prepared and you can cast it.
Mm. I'm like thinking like whether or not I should waste it.
So like if Bigby studies the scroll, he can eventually learn the spell so he can add it to his spell book instead of just the one
No,
cast
that's not
spell.
how it works for
That's
clerics.
wizards.
Oh, okay.
So wizards have that. What clerics do is like when they go to sleep, every morning they have a list of spells that they can prepare. The amount of spells depends on their wisdom, but they have access to every single spell in the cleric list. Like they have a huge amount of spells that they have access to instantly from the very beginning,
Nice.
pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
But I remember
augury
because
is
at
a
level
cleric
1
spell.
you can choose your life, war, divine, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have a lot of spells that you can learn, and Augury is a level 2 spell, which means that at your current level, yeah, you can cast it. It takes a big spell slot, though, so maybe you want to use the scroll when you want to use them. And also, like, when you have it prepared, obviously you can't prepare other spells that might be useful, you know?
Mm. So it's like, and now I'm just like wondering, like, should I burn it or not? Because like this could be useful, but at the same time, it's simple, so it wouldn't really give us much info if we needed it.
I mean, if I were you, I'd just save it for a time in which you really want an answer for something.
All right, I'll just. All right, I guess I'll save it. Just so it's like, it's gonna take me a while for me to learn such a spell, so I guess I'll just save this.
That's a good call. And
I
if
would
you
love
want
to learn.
any other
I would love to learn more as almost a disciple of you, if you so willing. We appear to have the same interest in our god in our ways of our goddesses, and seem to be very powerful on each of our ends.
I suppose I could teach you a thing or two. You do realize that,
We'd have to get the book
I
first.
mean, our gods are different domains. You realize that, correct? We wouldn't be able to have the same precise abilities aside from the godly spells, but I am quite handy with, well, a few more tricks than just my clerical abilities. If you know what I'm saying. I could definitely teach you that.
Any information from you would gladly be appreciated, a skilled woman such as yourself.
Was that Bigby
Aren't you
flirting?
a charmer?
Big B like blushes and just was like, "Oh, I didn't mean no offense. I was just stating what I saw."
Well, almost nobody comes in this church, and I suppose I've been using it to my own advantage, but I suppose I could also do my duty as a nun and be here now and again to help you out with whatever you need.
That would be gladly appreciated, miss.
Mm-hmm. That's if you honor our deal, that is. She smiles.
What'd she say?
That's if you honor our deal, that is.
We will. We will do our best to do what's right. That's what I'll say.
I'm counting on it. And
Big
yeah.
Big B's just like this, like sort of shakily like bows, is like, good day, miss, and just like rushes out blushing.
See you later. Thank you again.
Of course. She's just like waving at you guys. Being cheeky.
Why
Okay,
are all these people in this damn town attractive?
so we're all outside
'Cause-
now.
Because it's my campaign and I'm making everyone attractive. Suck on it.
Like, I also realized how, like, I'm the cleric, Daniel's the bard. We have different reactions. Like, I'm a bard at heart, so I'm literally just like thirsting for every single attractive NPC.
Fair.
But I can't
I
do
mean-
nothing because I'm a pure boy.
Here's the thing, I don't know if you realize, but Sister Gorel is a little bit of a bard herself. Like, she was having that little gospel thing at the beginning.
So she's
the what?
multi-classing.
She's a multi-class, yeah.
Oh, so she could really kill me. Oh, great.
You think that clerics can't kill people? Like, yeah, she's strong. She's scary.
No, but I'm just saying, like, a character NPC that is multi-classing itself is dangerous.
Most of the time, yeah. So, yeah. By the way, props to who guesses are like cleric domain.
Hmm?
Props to whoever guesses are cleric domain.
Trickery.
Fuck, you're right. You got it right away. Fuck.
I mean, she does sound like just an utter minx of
I mean-
woman.
I mean,
Yeah.
with the lady luck, you know, trickery. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Luck be late.
Mm-mm. Alright. What you doing now?
I guess we go and see where Sildar is. Like,
Yeah.
try and find him, and then we go to the farm. Maybe are we still going to the farm, or are we abandoning that?
So, I assume your guys are like, okay, so you have the Darren Edermath run. Also, there's like 20 minutes before we end today's session. So you have the Darren Edermath Ranch, that's like an hour of walk away from town to get there. You have Old Thunder Tree that you've been told about. The Banshee lair is in the ruins of Old Coneyberry that I assume Phelan would know where they are.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
she's been traveling around.
And
But then
yeah,
again,
that's what you got
she
from here.
but then again, she got all of us lost at the beginning
Mhm.
with her with her survival when we were traveling with the animals and carts and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So, should we grab Sildar and start heading towards the Banshee?
Mhm.
Maybe we could try if the thunder tree is closer. Maybe we could go by that.
So I'm gonna put you on the main map so you can
See where.
actually. I don't think you guys have that, so I'm just gonna look at a map myself. Yeah, Coneyberry and Thunder Tree are in quite different locations. Thunder Tree is close to Neverwinter. It's along the river. And Coneyberry is on the opposite direction. It's like I'd say. Let me just
Where
check
we
real quick.
Cragmore Cave? Over
You guys
there?
are in Phandelver right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna point on the map and like destroy this picture of alchemy. So Coneyberry, you can see it on the map. It's right here.
Mm?
And Thunder Tree is here.
So yeah, I feel like it would be better to go to Coney Bear, like, cause they're two very distinct paths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we should go on do our thing with the book first, and then go to the Thunder Tree. Since technically she didn't say when we have to come back,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we can pull a sneaky and try to decipher it while we're there, and then come back say like, oh yeah, here's a.
Mm.
Mm?
The only thing she told you is like she needs to see the book to kind of make a replacement for it. So what she told you to do is like when you get back, stall for time with Halia because she might ask, "Where's the book?" You know.
Mm?
I believe we can just do that with like a good enough roll. So I feel like we should
Yeah.
get the book, then Thunder Tree, then back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe we could,
So like,
I don't know, maybe we could kind of, even if we can't decipher the book, we could maybe buy some paper and kind of copy it down for
hmm
later.
yeah. So we could just like act like we did look at it and stuff like that. Everyone gets win-win
No, I mean,
Mhm.
I would
with a
like
little bit of
to,
bamboozle.
yeah, but I mean, I would like to decipher it for myself, you know, because I'm curious about it, but I would still get it back to
Do you have a good
Gorel.
Arcana roll? You just don't have a wizard
I
in your
have a
party.
I have a good I have a good Arcana roll sometimes, mostly, yeah.
Sounds
So it's
good.
just like, so yeah, we grab Sildar. Like Big B's like, we should get Sildar before we head out again.
You won't hear
Alright,
no
so
from
you guys
me.
go to Mayor Harbin Wester's, and I'd say you definitely like see Sildar come out of the hall right before you can get in, and he's like, "Oh, I was looking for you. I
Hey,
have
Sildar.
some
Hey, we
money
were looking
from
for
the
you too.
Sildy." He just looks at you like, uh,
Absolutely.
right. That's an interesting nickname there. Thanks, partner. He's like still a little bit blushy.
Adorable.
Well, anyway, the mayor gave us money for completing this job. It's not much, but we could spare some coin.
How
Um,
much?
here's your share. You guys get 80 gold pieces each for this. I'm already splitting it. Like Sildar's already split it for you.
Okay.
Good. Cool.
So what's next? How are we gonna find these ruins? I mean, how are we gonna find Cragmore Castle? You guys have an action plan?
Yes, we do. We actually do
But
have a plan. Could you
yeah, but
imagine
it will
that?
require a lot of scenic routes.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than sitting here twiddling our thumbs. I don't think there's any information from the bandits. So, whatever's next, it's better than nothing.
To Coneyberry then.
Yay! To Coneyberry!
Coneyberry?
Yeah.
He looks confused.
Basically, we have acquired some jobs, and we are basically dealing with a seemingly rivalry between two women. One of them's very promiscuous, and like we would have to go and get a particular book, and then we're going to
And,
be heading to Thunder Tree after, and then back to our village here.
right, and this is all to get information about Cragmaw Castle? He seems confused. He's like, "'Cause time is of the essence."
Like,
Yeah, we've the lady who said we will come. The lady who said that we will get the book for her is a very powerful divination person, so we can get a lot of information about Kragmaw.
Oh,
And she also has a lot of connections that she is going to contact if maybe they
So is the other
know
woman
the
in
location.
Neverwinter.
In Neverwinter?
well, I suppose that works. Yeah, I trust your judgment. You've been correct so far. I'm just here to lend my aid. He kind of nods slowly.
We've like been utterly like avoiding Kragmaw.
We didn't have
I
time
mean,
to
you
go
guys
to
don't know where
Cragmaw.
Kragma is,
Yeah,
so.
I
exactly.
mean that is true, but I'm just saying, just like it always feels like we're derailing, though technically we aren't. But yeah, it's like
Alright.
Tacony Berry, Thunder Tree.
Yay!
That like Batman logo spinning. To Coneyberry. I think we're gonna. If you guys are getting ready to like prep yourselves for your next adventure, you kind of say goodbye to the innkeepers and kind of do your things, and then you eventually have a cart ready from Barthen, who's letting you keep one. Well, it was the one that like I guess like he gave you one. I don't know. No, you probably need to purchase a cart actually, or horses if you. Otherwise, you're going by foot. You do any of that?
We buy the cart and horses then.
Okay. It's probably
We,
gonna be like fifth.
we
Let me.
heroes of these towns. We should get for free.
I mean, you've been compensated by the mayor and
Yeah.
everything. Uh, I think he'd let you have some horses, but not a cart. Cart you need to buy.
Okay, we got money.
Yeah. We're rolling in it.
A carriage would be 100 gold pieces. A cart would be 15 gold pieces. So 15 gold pieces, that's not bad. As for horses, those are 75 gold pieces each. No, actually 50 gold pieces each.
Or you say he allowed us some horses on the house.
I'd say he let you have, like, Sildar already has a horse, and I'd
Mhm.
say he let you have, like, a horse to pull a cart. Like, 2 horses to pull a cart. But that's
Is
it.
that functional?
Yeah, like 2 horses to pull a cart with all of you in it, that's functional.
Then bet.
I'd say Sildar works his way with Harbin to, like, let you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just I guess like I'll give you like a 50 gold piece price to like buy the rest of the equipment for the card to go.
Okay.
So yeah, this is all your like you have 2 horses now.
Mhm.
They're not equipped for riding, they're equipped for pulling a cart. You can buy barding to ride them as well. And then Sildar has his own horse, and you have a cart, pretty much. And 50 gold pieces, I guess you take out of the common pool,
Mhm.
something like that, from the gems you made.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, just telling you, if you want to buy barding, that is extra, and then you would be able to ride um, the 2 horses. But for now, they're just good for pulling the cart.
I mean, we got the money, should we, guys?
Sure.
Okay, so we pay extra with the boarding.
Okay. And I guess like because Big B is small, you can like ride on a horse with somebody else. So the barding would be 15 gold pieces for each horse, so you'd need 30 to equip both horses for riding.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Do you name the horses anything?
Ooh. What should we name them?
What do the horses look like?
I could let you choose, but I can give you like random horse looks if you don't want to choose.
I want to be able to choose like the name. We just need to know what they look like.
Yeah, one of them is black with a white little like spot on the forehead,
Star?
and the other one is like, yeah, and the other
No,
one
I
is
mean
got
name
this like,
Star. Maybe Lucky
yeah,
Star.
that's
Maybe Lucky
possible.
Star.
Lucky.
And what's the
That's
one,
not
the
a bad
other one?
The other one has like this henna kind of like fur. It's kind of like a little bit more like muscular. I don't fucking know the right name for it. Let me think, see if I can Google.
I'm gonna call them Makshi. I have no idea what that means, but I'm naming them Makshi.
Mm-hmm. Makshi. That's not a bad name. That's cool. Alright, so you have Makshi and Lucky, I guess.
Lucky Star.
That what yeah. And one of them is kind of like henna looking, and the other one is black.
Yeah,
Uh,
Makshi's the henna.
yeah. I'm like trying to like share a picture of Makshi. Because Star is easier to visualize than Makshi, so I'm gonna like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait. Ooh, Makshi's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horses are great. Uh, yeah. You have 2 horses, and
Free.
you have a cart.
Free if
Who
we
we
count
would love and
Sildars.
cherish.
3 horses with Sildar. Sildar is wearing like Sildar wearing no. Sildar has a kind of like beige horse with spots.
What's their name?
Um, fuck, I didn't think. His name is Horace. Says Sildar. He's like, his name is Horace.
Very original.
Bigby likes to like, well, that simply isn't a fitting name. Do you mind if I give him a nickname?
I thought it was good. What do you? Why would you like to call him?
Bigby like sort of like gently grabs the horse's nose and like presses his head against it, just like, Cookie.
Uh, I'm not sure if that's properly dignified, but the horse seems to lick you, Bigby.
And horse is. I mutter to myself.
Well, it's like, let me spell it for you. Horace, like that.
Oh, Horace, not horse. Horse.
No, I said Cookie.
Yeah, the horse like your face.
I understood that it was spelled like horse. He called a horse a horse.
So their name's Horace?
Horace.
Horace.
Yeah, it sounds like horse. Also, I'm gonna change what a horse looks like. It's gonna look like an Appaloosa just because they look fucking majestic and good for like Sildar.
So we naming Sildar's horse Horse.
Horace.
That's what Sildar named them because he's not good at like being creative.
Oh, then like let me retract that entire interaction.
Horace looks like this.
Wasn't Horace a name of some famous British something? Nelson?
There's a lot of Horaces.
So yeah, we have Horace, Makshi, and Lucky Star.
Lucky Star.
Horatio Nelson. Horatio
I need
Nelson. Never
to
mind.
pick.
Horatio?
Horatio Nelson was the guy I was thinking about, not Horace.
Oh, so yeah, we have Horace, Makshi, and Lucky Star.
Yeah, you can just call him Star.
Oh my
for
god,
short.
look. I found a great picture for Lucky Star. Look at how majestic is Lucky Star. By the way, I couldn't find a horse in beige, so I get like black, but just imagine his
Oh my
beige.
god, he's so beautiful. I'm in love.
Yeah. So now that we've set up our horse names,
To
let's see if I can...
Coneyberry!
Yeah, and I think like you guys leave in the afternoon. And the when like I think I'm gonna like stop it for like today because I get the feeling that this is gonna be long when we pick back up. But yeah, you guys start heading to Coneyberry. It's a long trip. It's gonna be a few days.
Okay.
Yep.
So this was a great session.
Yeah,
It's weird
Yeah.
not being in immediate danger all the time.
but it was still great. Especially with those 2 crit rolls.
Which is
Yeah, that
like,
was intense.
which is like, JQs! No, JQs!
Without that crit roll, I get the feeling that this would have gone way different.
Like we would have probably I would have probably tried to convince you guys to just make a fake of the book and not and give the fake to Halia.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, both have very useful things that I can offer you, and both factions are like neither good nor evil. So, you know.
hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, so
I'd say one of them is like slightly more evil than the other, but
Yeah, but I just
So yeah, most of us are just like, we're just playing like who got the biggest bet.
yeah.
I still can't believe that like I am now thirsty. I am now simping for not one's NPC but 2.
Oof. Hard life. Hard knock life.
And I'm not even the bard.
Yeah. Bard has no thirst. But if you ever wanted to find the like Brewster that you've been looking for, I think both of these ladies could give you information about where to find him.
The cock comedian.
Cockcomedian, yeah.